Hi everyone. I just thought I'd do a quick little video to introduce myself to you. So let's get to it. This is me. My name is Shannon Valdivia. You don't need to call me professor. Mrs. Valdivia was my late mother. Just call me Shannon. And if you feel comfortable anytime during the term, you can always call me by my nickname, Shark, which was given to me by my debaters many, many moons ago. I also want to introduce my coworkers, Sheena and Kobe. You may see them from time to time in lecture videos or hear them bark, or they may even make an appearance while we're doing our little coffee dates throughout the term. So I'm just going to apologize in advance. But we are a great team, so, and aren't they just ridiculously cute? Now, a little bit about me. I've been teaching at Mount Hood for 25 and a half years, 28 total. And the other hat that I wear, besides being a speech instructor, is I am also the coach of the Mount Hood debate team. And to the right, you'll see a picture of my 2018 Nationals team. This was one of the last in-person trips we took before, of course, COVID hit. And now we are competing online. My educational background, so you know that I'm qualified to do this class. I have an associate's degree in speech communication, where I also participated on the speech and debate team. I was recruited to compete in debate by Linfield College, and while I was there, I finished my bachelor's degree in broadcast journalism with a minor in speech communication. And I finished my master's degree in communication studies with a minor in Chicano studies at Washington State University, Pullman. So I am a proud cougar. Now, when I'm not teaching, I also enjoy photography. Getting out with my camera and taking shots of the Oregon coast is probably my favorite subject matter. I love lighthouses. I've photographed all of the lighthouses in Oregon and Washington, and some in California, and also on the East Coast when I've been traveling out that direction. But nothing beats a good shot of the waves crashing against the rocks. I'm also a voracious reader. You'll always find me reading something. I normally start my day reading the newspaper, and I read just for relaxation. These are some of the books I have finished off this summer. And I'm right now reading Why We Did It by Tim Miller. So I've got a big stack still to go, but as you can tell, the topics I like to read about are quite diverse. I also enjoy traveling. I was lucky enough that in 2019, BC, that's before COVID, I was able to travel to the UK, where I was able to visit Buckingham Palace, and I was very fortunate that on that particular day, the late Queen Elizabeth II happened to be in residence. So it was quite a thrill to actually be standing where the Queen was in that building in front of me. And I walked all over London, and I hope to go back someday because there's still so much that I didn't get a chance to see. Now, I'm hoping that when I feel safe enough to travel and I'm not going to get COVID, that I'm going to take that trip that I'd planned to when I was turning 50 to Amsterdam, Ireland, Scotland, and Wales. But I also want to go to Iceland. So I may have to kind of think about how am I going to pull this one off. But for now, I am stateside. So let's talk about some things. Number one, this is not going to be the perfect class. I don't think I've ever taught a perfect class. You probably haven't taken a perfect class. So let's just be realistic. This is a class that you're going to need to put in work. Now, if you want to do just, the basics, feel free to get that C. But if you want to get a B or an A in this class, you're going to have to put in some effort and go above and beyond. This is one of many classes that I teach, so when it comes to grading papers, I'm going to ask for your patience ahead of time, especially when it comes to grading speeches. It takes me quite a while, and you can bet that it'll probably take me on average about a week to finish grading speeches. Papers go a little bit faster, but the speeches do take time. Mistakes are going to happen on both sides. So when either of us discovers a mistake has happened, let's let the other know so that we can fix it immediately, because we're all in this together. If you need help, please don't hesitate to ask. It is so important that you don't stay quiet, because I'm not a mind reader, and especially because we are in an online environment, I have no way of knowing if you're in trouble. So please ask for help. You can reach me anytime on Remind, or you can email me, and I will be checking my messages regularly Monday through Friday from 10 in the morning to 4 p.m. And I will not, unfortunately, be checking things on weekends. I need to establish some boundaries for me. So if it is an emergency, we'll take care of it. But if it's just a simple question, I would advise you to please go back through each of the folders and look for those answers. In the meantime, please make sure that you've done a couple of things. Number one, that you've opted in for the textbook. You should have received an email from the bookstore about this. And then the second thing you need to do is, in Blackboard, go into the week 1 folder and access your reading assignment. When you click on that, it'll take you straight over to Connect, where your textbook is located. Not only will it give you the textbook, but it also puts you on my class roster. And if you're not on my class roster, by Friday, you won't get to take your first quiz. So please make sure you're doing this, okay? So together, we got this. And my job is to help get you through this class to the best of your ability. And I think that don't talk, yourself into, I can't do this, or I hate public speaking. I want this to be something where you feel like you're learning something, but also having fun. So, and I'm going to do my best to make that happen for you. But in the meantime, I'm going to bid everybody a fond farewell. I hope that you take good care of yourselves and be safe out there. And until next time, bye.